It's easy to demonise people who take drugs. So what's really behind the problem of black mamba on the streets of Derby?
I thought I'd start by meeting Richard Bates. Richard had been addicted to black mamba, but he's since turned his life around. I wanted to ask him why people in Derby are turning to this drug and what we can do about it.
So, Richard, how did you get involved in black mamba in the first place?
Basically the reason was just life was just not there. Like in my head it was like pain, like no hope, brick wall. So the only way out was, like at the time it was wrong. Like basically the reason it got so bad is because I didn't want to worry my friends and family, which is ironic because it did. And I kept it secret. Like my whole life, like my bad side of life was just kept secret for a few years.
What sort of things do you think should be done to try and deal with the problem now? If we had a lever and we could pull that lever now to, you know, improve the situation.
No, definitely.
What sort of ideas would you come up with?
More for long term, for future generations, I say one thing could be in schools, for instance. The big thing is like what I looked at and where I went. It was self-confidence and stuff like that. Like it's from like history as well, but also self-confidence at school, which led me because anxiety then led to me getting bullied at school a bit. Like teach kids mental health from year 7, they could do it from. So by the age of year 9, year 10, like there's going to be a lot more people understanding. So the bullying rates will go down, depression rates go down, which means less people end up turning to drugs. It's not solving it completely, but like that's one thing that I could say could really help. Educate.
In the short term, do you think what could be?
In the short term, it's like when it comes to the support system. Like this is my support worker currently. Like at the minute, like she's basically said that it's short-staffed. Like everywhere, which is, I think people know that like, a lot of people know it anyway. And so there's the issue straight away. They haven't got the time to be dealing with like certain like people's problems because they cut funding as well, didn't they? Like not too long back. That's the big issue to me. Like you look at the streets now, it's there. You see more people about homeless. You see more people walking about drinking. More people on drugs. So where is the common sense on like cutting?
My conversation with Richard made a couple of things clear to me. Richard's experience shows that the use of black mamba is really as much about mental health as it might be about crime. That services that are there to support people like Richard, especially in early prevention, are being chronically underfunded.
Black mamba is predominantly used by people who are suffering from mental ill health, rough sleepers and people banged up in prison. But of course, as a result of the austerity measures brought in by the government, the public services designed to help vulnerable people, such as teachers, police and youth workers, have been severely curtailed. So consequently, the ability of our public services to deal with the social problems arising from the use of black mamba have been severely diminished, and that's why we've seen this big upsurge on the streets of Derby. If we can crack the problem of austerity, we may be able to crack the problem of black mamba.